The star of today's video is going to be this Stihl ms170 chainsaw. I know absolutely nothing about it. The owner just handed me a whole pile of stuff and said, here, go through it, get the stuff running. Looks like it's been used but not abused. Looks like a newer bar than the saw probably is. And this is one of Stihl's smaller saws as far as saws go. This would be like a homeowner grade, I believe, you know, not the professional or anything. That bar looks to be probably 14 or 16 inches. And it's got the chain nice and tight on there. Doesn't look all beat up. Doesn't, you know, the original plastic dogs there aren't even bashed in like you sometimes see. I see no parts missing. I see nothing cracked on the plastics. Let's get into it and see what we have for condition here. Looks like a nearly new air filter. That one's actually sitting in there nice. I see so many of these where this is wrinkled and it's been getting dirt sucking where a filter should be. That plug looks shiny, as if fairly new, newer than the saw. Why don't you go down? There we go. Okay, we got some blue looking fuel there, some two-stroke. Let's see about the bar oil. I don't have the scrunch tool, scrunch I think it is, screwdriver wrench. Where's my flat screwdriver? My big one. Now let's see if I can get it with the little one. There we go. Just have to get a little creative. And we have bar oil. Good. So let's see what this one needs, if anything. He just handed me a whole pile of stuff and said, get it all good. Some of this stuff came out of storage. Some of the stuff I was running recently. This one, I don't know. Let's see what we get here. Lock the choke on. That automatically turns the ignition on and puts it on choke. And I guess it doesn't lock the throttle. Some of these I thought did. Once they pop, take it off choke. It's just bogging, it's not revving at all. There we go. Yep. Oh, I don't have the cover on properly. I got the cover on in a way that, or is it broken something. No, I don't have this clip down in. That's supposed to clip on the two things there, and I don't have it down far enough. That's what's wrong. These two go in up there, and you got to get your choke thing proper as you're doing all that. Now it's proper. Okay. Anyway, this one was a little grumpy from sitting, but now is running much better. Now I've just got to make sure it's oiling, because that chain was tight when I first got it, and I'm already seeing, oh yeah, it's oil. But I don't know if that's enough oil. That chain was tight when I got it, and it's already looping a little bit, so it makes me think it might not be oiling as it should. I'm going to run it a little more and see what I think. So a properly oiling saw, you could test it with cardboard or something. I'm going to go a little more dangerous and go on the corner of that metal. I'll zoom you in down there. You could see right there, spot where I just tested it, but I just want to show you how it's supposed to throw. You should be slinging a little oil off the end of the chain. Don't touch the tip though, of course. Very dangerous. See how that's wet now? That's about how much you should be getting for a proper chain oiling, and that one is looking just fine. So in this one, I'm debating, do I try to get the bog out by adjusting that carburetor just a little? I think I will. It seems a little hesitant to get off idle. So let's see if we can get it to not bog and rev quicker. We're going to get a lot more power out of it if it's getting the right mix. I don't like to mess with the adjustments because they really don't get out of adjustment much unless something's wrong with the saw. And you really need to find the root cause of why you have something wrong with what. If you need to adjust your carburetor a lot, what else is wrong with the saw? Do you have these seals on the crankshaft leaking air in? On a two-stroke, this engine absolutely must be sealed in both compression and vacuum, because there's pulsations going through your crankshaft, unlike a four-stroke. So I might just adjust it ever so slightly. Let's just see what we can get out of that carburetor. No need to make big adjustments. If you need a big adjustment, like I say, there's something else wrong with the saw most of the time. And does this have the winter? I can't get in there to make my adjustments. Oh, here, through this handle. I was thinking it was here where I needed to get. But this thing, some of these have a winter shutter. I don't think maybe that's what that is. Some of these have a thing where you can pull it out for recirculating hot air into the saw or taking cold air from your entry point. This does not look like that. I think that's probably more on the professional saw, but this hole here must be what I need to get at. And I could see LD plus this way, minus this way. Is that just the idle adjustment? So I've got some lost footage here. I have to do a voiceover just to wrap it up a little bit for you. Won't leave you hanging. Basically, I ended up not adjusting the carburetor. I think the adjustment that's on there is only for the idle speed. I don't know if this one even has adjustable carburetor on it beyond that. So I'm going to leave it alone. I think this one came in, we could see by the smoke, a little heavy on the oil mix on the 50-to-1 it's supposed to be. I think it was probably more like 30-to-1 or something. It was blowing smoke and didn't start real well. I obvious indicators of old gas and also not mixed so well. The gas that he brought some of the other machines with was blue. This was more of a green. I feel that it was mostly because of the fuel mix. We put some new fuel in it, and we'll just tell him to lighten up on his mix a little bit. And we declared this one Wildwood certified. Thanks for watching.